Hi, I'm Gary Flater with GaryFlater.com, and today we're going to talk about the ABCs of credit reports and credit cards. Just what's in your credit report. The credit report is the information regarding your credit history. Number one, that's basic identity. That's your name, your address, where you've lived currently, where you've lived in the past, your social security number, your date of birth, employment history, both current and past. Number two, existing credit. This is a complete listing of the information about your current and past credit that you've had, a complete record of that. It'll include your mortgages, your credit card accounts, student loans, car loans. It'll also include the terms of your credit, how much you owe compared to what's available with that, and a complete history of the timeliness of your payments on that. Number three, public records. This is all information regarding tax liens against your property, information about any court judgments you may have, or whether you filed for bankruptcy or not. Number four, inquiries about you. This is a complete listing of the companies and the people who've requested a copy of your credit report. Remember, numerous inquiries can be harmful to your credit, but checking your own credit will not harm your credit score. Lenders, insurers, and landlords may obtain a copy of your credit, but only with your permission. That's really good to know. They're going to look at that credit report to determine how you handle your financial affairs, and based on it can choose to extend credit, determine how much you pay for your insurance, as well as make a decision whether to rent to you or not. So that's why it's always good to review your credit report, at least on an annual basis, to determine that everything in there is factual. And if something in there is not you or not factual, you have the right to dispute that. So make sure that everything in that report is current and factual on them. All this information is going to be used to determine your credit score. And FICO is the most widely known report, and its score ranges between 300 and 850. And remember, the higher the FICO score, the better credit worthy you actually are. And then there are three major credit reporting agencies, and that's TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. An amazing fact that I was not really aware of is that income is not used to determine your credit score. I find that hard to believe. Let's talk about the basics of credit cards. Now I want each and every one of you, when you get that bill in the mail next time, open it up and do yourself a favor and read that fine print. Find out what fees they're charging and what you're paying on that. The basics are going to be the APR. That's your annual percentage rate. This is the amount of interest you're going to be paying, and if it's variable, make sure you know what causes it to adjust. That's very important to know. Number two, the periodic rate. This is the interest rate that's going to be used to calculate the finance charge on your outstanding balance each billing cycle. Grace period. That's the number of days the credit card company gives you before they start charging those finance charges. And let me tell you, every card's got a little different on that. And then the finance charges, number four. That's the average daily balance, is the most common way to calculate finance charges. And you should look for cards with an adjusted balance. What that means is they're going to take your payment today and apply it towards the front of the month, the first of the month. That way, over the long term, you're going to pay actually less in interest on that. And then wrapping up with fees. There are all sorts of fees. There's an annual fee, but that's not to be concerned or confused with the annual percentage rate, two different things. Annual fee is just what the card company charges you. Just have that piece of plastic in your wallet or your purse on that. There's late charge fees. There's over your credit limit fees. And a lot of times these fees, if they kick in, can also change the amount of interest you're paying on that. So please know what and how your card works. Do your shopping before you ever put a card in your wallet or in your purse. And closing, I'm going to close with a quote like I always do, and it's from H.G. Bone, and he said, "Money is a good servant, but it is a bad master." With that, I'm Gary Flater, GaryFlater.com. Take care.